We are back, everybody. I have just plugged in nuts and milk. This was developed by Hudson. You know, I couldn't get a straight answer from the Wikipedia whether or not this was first developed for the Famicom or it was just a port, because it is on a lot of systems. However, there is, I think, something unique to the Famicom version, and I will mention it once we get to that point. But first of all, I guess I should show you how this game works, because it drives me insane. Because so you see, okay, so actually, I thought that this lady over here, I thought that her name, so you're Milk. And I discovered that because it has, like, at the top right, it's got Milk. So that's like your character name. I thought Nuts was the lady that you're trying to save in the house. No! Nuts is that green guy. Like, he's just you, only green. What's her face? Oh, Yogurt's her name. Is Yogurt like a racist or something? Like, oh, she's okay with the pink one. But the green one, no, he's gross. Get the green one out of here. Like, there's no difference between us, except for the color of our sprites. Whatever. Whatever. I have a hunch that this was first developed for the Famicom. Oh, also, I should say that this came out in 1984. We're now, I think we're in July, just like we were with Donkey Kong. But look at the, you know, first the top right, the score, and the lives left, and the round. That looks very Donkey Kong-esque. The fireball that from the fire round, or from the bonus round, that's got Super Mario Twins written all over it. I suspect that what Hudson was able to do was they were able to go to Nintendo, and they were like, hey Nintendo, we want to develop something for your system. Can you like help us out and give us some sprites and whatnot? And Nintendo said, sure, here you are. Oh, now they're on level 4. Level 4 has been the hardest for me, and I will show you why. And it's because of this, like, weird ladder system. Okay, so I'm gonna jump up here. Okay, I'm still alive, I'm still alive. So you see, you can climb up and, like, they're not ladders. Like, to me, they look like a wooden pier, like, that would go into the ocean. Which I guess kind of makes sense because we're over water right now, but we also got all these pipes here. But the thing is once you jump on there, once you're on those ladders or whatever, you can't jump off. You can't jump off. It's like, so you can fall off, but you can't jump. And it drives me insane because it plays so differently than how I've been trained to think of video games. I would expect that if I was up here, I could jump. But no, it's not allowed. Not allowed. So instead, I have to trick these guys, because you can't fight these guys like I'm hitting B and I'm jumping. I'm hitting A and I'm jumping. Yeah. It took me forever to figure out how to jump properly. So on the on this thing, the springboard, if you hit it at the right moment with the jump, you will jump up extra high, which is a necessity in certain situations. No, come on! And if you hit the ground, from a certain elevation, you lodge yourself into the ground and you're stuck until you jump out, which can be very annoying. So the only way to defeat Nuts, oh, that was close, is to jump over them. There's no fighting Nuts. This is a pretty big advancement over some of the other Nintendo games, because it actually has sound. Like, what? Sound in a video game? this. Oh yeah, what do I gotta do? I gotta go up the K. You can actually climb up the K. Like so. Using the direction pad. Whoa, 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 whoa. And once again, you must time your jump perfectly with the springboard. Oh, no. Come on, jump! See, jump over, get a little score, What you gotta do is you gotta outwit him, Yep. How did I do this last time? Oh yeah, and if you go over far enough... Oh no! See? Ah, I got trapped. If you go over, like, far enough into a wall, you can't jump. You can't jump out of it. You're stuck. Get 10 points. I jumped over your head. Whoa, 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 whoa. I also feel the jump is a little bit delayed. I don't think it's input lag because I'm playing this on a CRT. Oh, right at the moment. I think it's a level or two after this. Maybe we'll get to it. But there's a real fuck you level that I really hate. This one's not so bad. It could be worse. The AI is not too smart, but... Oh, God. But the game is purposely designed to get you. I was reading that this was... Despite not being released for arcades, it's probably one of the most arcadey, one of the most 1980s arcadey experience you can have on the Famicom, just because of how the game is designed. Which is a real shame, because they're trying to get my quarters out of me. I've already paid my money for the game. Why are you making it so much harder? I guess there's only like 10 or so levels. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, and then on this level's weird too, because he just kind of like, he just jumps off. He just like jumps to his death. Like, he doesn't do anything. What happens if I go over here? Same pattern. Yeah, so that's what the AI is like. But then sometimes it wises up. No, why don't... There we go. Is he gonna come down? Oh, he's figured out my pattern. He's done it. Yep. Oh, oh, how did he get faster than me? What? My chance because he comes up and then there's some kind of jump delay because I jumped. I hit the button. I know I did. Next we'll try the B round. I think I just got so into the game, into the A game, I didn't even bother playing the B game. Don't flag me for copyright, Hudson. Who owns Hudson now? Is that Konami? Are we never gonna see Hudson games again? They did come out with a Bomberman game for the Switch. We're not gonna be seeing Nuts and Milk re-release. I guarantee it. Come on, buddy. Okay, we got this in the bag. I think we are a little bit faster than... I think Milk is a little bit faster than Nuts. I believe. Do Nuts and Milk even go together? Like, if you were eating nuts, like, say, peanuts peanut butter and milk goes together. Those are quite the compadres. But like if you were just eating roasted nuts, would you want to drink milk with that? I mean, it's not the worst combination in the world, but it's not something I would do. Oh, 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 look at that leap! Okay, here we go. I'm coming, Yogurt. Princess Yogurina, I'm coming! Ah! Okay, so I got my good on the timing, not on the distance. Go, no! See, that's good on distance, but not on timing. I'm coming, Princess Yogurina! There we go. Woo! Oh, look at that. No, you can't even get up all the way. So he wasn't even close. Can't touch these nuts! Time it right. You gotta make sure they're not on the bridge. Oh, shit. Oh, mistake. Mistake. Can I clear both? Yes. Oh, look at that feat of Olympic jumping. Gotta wait for them to jump over. Yeah. No, no, no. They got me. See, yeah, staying over the left can be a problem because of the way that they get out of the bridge. You gotta go to the right so you get them clumped together, because when they're clumped together, you can jump over them. Oh, 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 I just found it. Oh, come on. I don't know, I don't know if it's my controller or what, but I don't, oh my god, he just got me. He just got me. Is the stream down? Why isn't the stream displaying? Or it could just be, yeah, I guess it just is my connection. I think we're doing okay. I don't think we've cut out. I think I figured out a new strat! No! Yeah, for some reason, I hit left. Like, say, for example, I'll hit left on the D-pad. But I think I'm not hitting all the way to the left. I think I'm still hitting up a bit. And I don't know if it's because the controller is old. Whoa, fucking helicopter? What the fuck? This is the B game, by the way. And in the B game, I just had cool helicopters just start coming out. Oh, wait, that doesn't look good. Okay, yeah, alright. So green helicopter's good. Red Zeppelin's bad. Helicopter's good. German Zeppelin's bad. Oh, wow, okay. B game is for professionals. Holy crap. Whoa! That fucker came out of nowhere! What? Okay, we'll try B game again. This is obviously, it's for pro level gamers like myself, so we just gotta do it. Okay, come on, brah. Whoa! Oh, oh! I wasn't even paying attention to the Zeppelin. I was too worried about nuts. I mean, yeah, I guess I could have walked underneath it. That would have been the smarter approach. But I am not a smart man. At least nuts can't go across. You can't transport from one side to the other. Teleport like I am. Come to me. Whoa, I haven't seen him jump like that shit before. Holy crap. This is B level. Ugh. Helicopter is mine! No! That jump delay, man. You just... Whew. Oh, I hope I selected B. Well, yep. I selected B. I know, because I died in the first 5 seconds. No, Retro Revive. Well, I answered it in chat. Were you not paying attention, ma'am? I knew what your question was. I answered. So, Retro Revive asked in the last stream about whether or not I buy defective consoles at Hard Off, and the answer is yes, I do. So, for example, a Neo Geo CDZ is, I would say, a 400, well, if it's in the box, complete, it's a $400 or $500 console, if it works. I found one at a Hard Off in the junk section for, I think it was $100, give or take, you know, the exchange rate. And for some reason, it wasn't reading discs. What I found out was that the only problem with it was a laser. So what I did was I went onto Amazon. I can't remember if I used a website to locate what kind of laser the CDZ used, and then just searched that on Amazon. But somehow I found it on Amazon, paid $20 for the laser, and just popped it in, took out the old laser, popped in the new one, boom, I was playing Metal Slug, no problem. I have replaced the capacitors in a Turbo Duo. I bought a Turbo Duo Complete for about 150 bucks, although it was sold to me as working, but that was because sometimes the capacitors, they can store up a little bit of a charge, and then, but they're actually defective. They'll store up the charge, you play the game for like an hour, and then the sound cuts out. That's what happened to me when I bought a Turbo Duo. I ended up replacing all the capacitors in it myself. It was the first ever soldering job that I'd ever done. I actually screwed up and lifted some contact pads. So now my Turbo Duo only has sound coming out of one channel. So I have to get that fixed. Either get a professional to do it, or figure out how to replace contact pads myself. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. Also, my Turbo Duo's in the States now. I bought a Duo R, and that's been serving me quite well. I like the Duo R. I've not seen too many... The thing with junk systems is that usually they work. And actually... Ooh, I was lucky. What I have been doing is... salvaging junk N64s. Where they have all these N64s that work, no problem. And actually what you'll find is that they have, they'll have memory expansion packs in them. So they'll be selling junk N64s for about $5. But really they're worth like $20 or $25 because they have the expansion pack in it. But whoever's, you know, the clerk that's taking that stuff in doesn't care, they don't check. They don't know, they probably don't have that as a part of the training, or even have that as a note for when you're supposed to be, for taking in the N64s, because, you know, they come in without cords. Usually they're dirty and not really, you know, completely, come on, oh! I just gotta time it so well. Luke Morse, yeah, actually, it was him. I think it was his videos, I think, that I saw that gave me the idea for doing it. Unfortunately, because my Turbo Duo is in Japan, or is in America, it's not like I'm not gonna go home, put it into my luggage, and bring it to Japan, and then ask him to fix it. I'm probably just gonna have to do it myself, especially if I end up getting another Duo. That's actually something I'm kind of on the lookout for, is buying a defective Turbo Duo and fixing it up, just so that I can have like a Turbo Duo that actually works and has good capacitors in it. I would also like to get ceramic caps for it, so that, because, you know, electrolytic caps, there's gonna be, like, you know, a point 50 years from now where you're gonna have to fix it again. But if you get the ceramic capacitors, I mean, I guess it's good more or less indefinitely. I think. I don't know a whole lot about all that electricity stuff. But yeah, Luke Morse, I guess he was kind of an inspiration for going to hard off and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes you just don't jump off. We'll do we'll do it one more time. We're at 20 minutes. Unless I can even, I think there's not much past 5 or 6. Because there's one level, I think it's level 7 or 8, that's got the fuck you jump, where it's got one of those springboards that you have to get perfectly. You have to get it on the first try, otherwise you lose your life. And at that point, I lose tolerance for the game, and I just can't do it anymore. Where does he pop up? Oh, pops up right there. Never mind. The Mechtrons! What up, Mechtrons? Coming in at the very end of the stream, man. Been having fun playing through 1984 Famicom games. Which systems are now very collectible in Japan? Japanese and non-Japanese ones. You know what? I have noticed within the last couple years, for some reason, and I don't know why, the Neo Geo CD, and it's all of the front loader, the, you know, top loader, and the CDZ, they have exploded in price. I remember buying a CD, I think I bought my CDZ for like, was it 200 bucks? I can't remember how much I spent on that thing. It might have been 100. It wasn't that much, especially when you compare it to now. But the CD, the regular top-loading Neo Geo CD, it used to be in the box for, I would say, $80. Now in Tokyo, the top-loading CD goes for about $200. I actually don't have one in the box yet. That's one of the few that I don't have in the box quite yet. I found one for $100, and that's probably what I'm going to end up buying one of these days. Because I already have a CDZ in the box. I have a CD top loader out of the box. I just don't have it in the box yet. But collectible systems, I mean, some N64 color variants are pretty collectible. Like the Pikachu N64, both the orange and the blue, especially the orange because that was a Japan-only variant. That can go for $100, especially if it's in the box. You know, systems besides the PC Engine stuff, like PC Engine Turbo Duo's expensive, Duo R is expensive, RX is really expensive. RX is like the CDZ. It can easily go for $500 if it's complete, especially because it's so reliable compared to the Turbo Duo, and even I think compared to the Duo R, the RX is probably the one you want to get if you want a PC Engine CD that like will work forever. Mechtrons, you gotta go to class? Oh, you're a college kid, Mechtrons? Oh my god, I got stuck! The 3DO, actually. That was embarrassing. The 3DO has become quite collectible, I think. I remember buying a 3DO. I bought like a top loader for almost nothing back in the day. Those, I think, have doubled in price over the last couple of years. I guess it's, you know, the more obscure consoles now. Like, I think I think the Japanese Atari systems, like the 2800, those are pretty expensive. You know, the Intellivision, the ColecoVisions that got imported here, or I think a couple of them were localized for the Japanese market. Those are pretty expensive now. Because, I mean, the SNES is... I think it has gone up. It used to be a $30 system. Now it's a $60 system plus in the box. Famicom's are really weird because they run the gamut. I bought my Famicom in the box for $10 at a hard off because it was sold as is. If you go to Tokyo, you'll find a Famicom for about $200, which is like insane to me. Like, no one should be paying $200 for a Famicom, even if it's the square button variant. Yeah, Commodores and Amigas. Commodore, did they get the Commodore here? I've seen Intellivisions. I know Intellivisions got localized here. I think ColecoVisions got imported, just like the 2600 got imported. They actually localized the 2600 into what I believe was called a 2800. And that is kind of expensive. I think it's like $100 for a complete console. I found one at a store once, but I just didn't have the cash on me to buy it, so I didn't get it, which I kind of regret. Although I didn't have really any good games for it, so it's like, you know, I could get the console, but then I'm not really going to play it, so what's the point? But then again, I also have a Virtual Boy that I have a bunch of games for that I haven't actually played yet, so, like, it's not like that is the thing that stops me. But Amiga? I don't think the Amiga ever came out here. The Vectrex came out here, and those are very collectible. Vectrex is, I think... the Vectrexes are like the, you know, the TV ones, right? Like the console and TV, more or less. Those cost a lot of money. I've only ever seen them at Super Potato, and those will run you like, you know, $1,000 plus. Yep, there we go. Would you stream a quest for retro games? Right now, no, because my cell phone provider is so slow that it just would be impossible to stream like a live feed from like a Super Potato or a Hard Off. The ones that I'm uploading, you know, I'm gonna have one come out Friday, this coming Friday and next Friday. That's the closest to streaming I'm gonna get, just the raw footage that I take. Otherwise, I can't do Periscope, I can't do Facebook Live with my connection because it's so slow. I do have, it's in, getting a new phone provider is in the cards, and maybe I would do it then, although I'm not 100% sure how I would do it. I probably wouldn't do it on Facebook, just because I don't really see Facebook as a platform that I would use, but I guess I could do, I think you could do YouTube streams from your phone, right? So yeah, that's definitely something I could do one of these days. And it's actually, that would actually probably be better for me because my iPhone only has 16 gigabytes worth of storage. So after all of the podcasts and stuff that I keep on there, it's like I can do one 20-minute video at 1080p. I can do it 20 minutes before my phone is completely full. Like, especially when I go to like hard offs or I go to multiple locations and shoot like a raw tour, that I have to bring my laptop with me to unload all of the footage because I can't fit it on my phone. What about phone? Yeah, I'd be doing, if I was gonna stream anything, I'd be doing out of my phone. This is it, boys. This is the last. Oh man, that was expert. I didn't even mean for that to happen. But I'm such an expert at nuts and milk that I made it happen. Okay, come on, come on. That was close. That was close. Now, what was my strat? Oh, my strat for the bonus levels was you gotta go, because the fireball comes out from the left. Oh, now I have to face the Zeppelin. Oh, come on, that jump. I totally touched the floor of the other side. I was totally on it. I think the BAI is more advanced. The BAI has been jumping around a lot more, I've noticed. And Nuts has been getting to a lot more places than he was before. Ooh. Ooh. There we go. Oh, okay, I should have got... I always forget, because I always go like, oh, you're supposed to jump. Can't jump. Can't jump. What? I was touching the nuts. That's something I don't like about Nuts and Milk, is that you're like obviously touching something, or you're like, yeah, you're like touching the platform, and plus the digging into the wall, not being able to jump is dumb. Jump over. Oh, oh, look at that strat. Oh, oh, I'm so good. Here we go. It's a Nuts level. Oh, that was me. That was my own hubris. Thinking that I could defeat Nuts at his own level. But woo, half an hour. That's been probably way too long for Nuts and Milk. I'm calling it a night here. What do we got up next? Next on the streaming docket, we're hitting some big titles, some big third-party titles. We've got Lode Runner, also released by Hudson Soft. We're going to get Namco's first ever game for the Famicom. We're going to start playing some Galaga. Or no, Galaxian, excuse me. I often confuse the two. And then we're going to play Devil World, which was actually a Nintendo released game, which is pretty insane when you think about it today. But that is for another time. Probably this weekend, because I got a 3-day weekend coming up. So I'm going to be streaming a whole hell of a lot. But this is it for me tonight. I got work in the morning, so I'm going to go to bed soon probably. But I have been jcontra, playing Nuts and Milk for the Famicom, released in 1984. That's it for me. Thanks for watching. See you later. And mahalo.